Well, gentlemen, the time is upon us. The wait is over. For what is probably the most highly anticipated update of the year so far, certainly for the North America server, Update 13.3. It is arriving tomorrow, April 10th, and some of the highlights of this update is that Wisconsin is showing up in the Dockyard. The third of the 4 Iowa sisters is finally being added to the game, along with West Virginia 44 as the free premium ship for the Dockyard. We're also getting asymmetric battles back in this update, and we are also getting that huge list of ASW buffs and changes that we went over a few weeks ago. All that and more in Update 13.3. So in this video, we are going to go through the update, talk about the highlights, and go over what you need to know in order to get the most out of this update. I will have a link to this update article in the description down below. You can get a free day of premium time just by scrolling through the article, so I would at least encourage you all to do that, to get that free 24 hours of premium. And while you're down there, if you don't mind hitting that like button and that subscribe button, helps on the YouTube side of things. I'd ask that you do that if you find this video informational, entertaining, or just downright enjoy it. So with that all out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about Update 13.3, starting off with the Wisconsin Dockyard. So the Wisconsin is entering the game as a Tier 10 premium battleship. She is, of course, like I mentioned in the intro, the third of the 4 Iowa sisters in the game. Now we are just missing the proper New Jersey, and the skin for the Iowa does not count. But yes, she is in the Dockyard, so let's see what they have to say about that. Wisconsin is armed with 9 precise 406mm main battery guns and 3 turrets that inflict low damage per salvo. Compared to other battleships at her tier, she has high speed and good concealment, but her armor is relatively weak. Her specialty is the new combat instructions called Immediate Systems Reload. This reduces her consumable preparation and cooldown time, as well as her main battery gun reload time. To activate these combat instructions, you need to hit rival ships with your main battery guns until the progress bar fills. The shipbuilding process consists of 30 phases, 28 of which can be progressed through by completing Dockyard combat missions. The most efficient way to get yourself Wisconsin clad in the war paint camouflage is to purchase the smallest of the 2 starter packs. It will cost you 3,200 dubs and complete the Dockyard combat missions. When you reach shipbuilding phase 20, you'll also be rewarded with West Virginia 44. If you already have her in your fleet, you'll receive 3 Dockyard phases instead. So with that, completing enough combat missions, you can earn the Wisconsin completely free. The Dockyard combat missions can be completed during updates 13.3 and 13.4, while the Dockyard will remain available until the start of update 13.6. We'll share more details in a dedicated publication. So the Wisconsin Dockyard, like I've said, I find it to be a very, very good Dockyard just for the fact that those that have the West Virginia 44 already, that bought her back when she was originally released back in, July of last year, you can literally get the ship completely for free just by having the West Virginia 44 already. Now, if you don't have the West Virginia 44, you are getting a Tier 7 premium ship for free, and then if you pay the 3,200 dubs in order to get the starter pack for the Wisconsin, you're getting a Tier 10 ship for 3,200 dubs, right? That is a pretty good deal in my mind. Now, the Wisconsin, is she going to be pretty good? I'm not a CC, so I have no access to these ships early, but from playing against her, she seems to, well, hurt when I get shot by her, and she essentially has more accurate 16-inch guns than the Iowa and the Missouri. I mean, you gotta, give her some type of buff for being up tier to tier 10, because she does have to deal with super ships. And, I mean, think about it, too. The base ship is still in Iowa. Iowa is, in my opinion, one of the best tier 9 battleships in the game, and she does quite well in higher tier matches and super ship games, so I don't really see the Wisconsin having any issues with that. The fact of the matter is simply that you will be in those games more often because you are a tier 10 ship, but you do get the combat instructions, so I think the ship is looking pretty good so far. Again, I myself haven't played her. My review for her will be out the day after the update, so if you are wondering about that, just keep your eyes peeled for my opinion on that. But yep, I think it's going to be a pretty good update all in all. Of course, the caveat being, how difficult are the missions going to be? Well, she is a tier 10 ship, and you are essentially getting a tier 10 premium ship for the price of, well, 3,200 dubs if you don't have the West Virginia 44 already. So I would expect the grind to be more difficult than, you know, a tier 9 or a tier 8 Dockyard ship's grind. So typically the last couple of phases of missions are where the grind really starts to kick up. So somewhere in there is where I believe the grind's going to start to get to be, well, you got to actually, you know, play the game with the intention of completing those combat missions. Whereas for most Dockyard ships, I find that if I just play the game my normal amount, I usually have no problems getting the Dockyard done. And that's from talking about, you know, completing the missions afterward to get the still, because I do buy my way through the Dockyards in order to get these ships to review them for you guys. So I do normally get all my still from, you know, completing the phases afterwards. Granted, again, I do play this game as a second job, but still, I have plenty of time to finish the Dockyards just by playing the game for a couple hours every day. So I think it's going to be a pretty good Dockyard. Again, missions pending upon that. All right. Our next big piece of news is that Asymmetric Battles is coming back to the game, and they are, well, coming back in a way that I'm sure many of you will appreciate. It's the same format as last time, except the battle is going to be here for the entire duration of Update 13.3. That's right, ladies and gents, for the entire update, Asymmetric Battles will be active. I believe previously they went live 2 weeks after the update went up, but not this time. You can literally, from day one of the update, hop in and play Asymmetric Battles. They will be leaving after the end of the update, so when 13.4 shows up, Asymmetric Battles will be gone. This is fantastic, in my opinion. Why? Well, of course, the community does just like Asymmetric Battles. It's fun to go beat the ever-living crap out of a bunch of bots, so I think that's great. And usually, traditionally, you can complete Dockyard missions in every single mode in the game, with the exception of clan battles for some reason. So this means that unless they change it this go-around, which they haven't really said one way or another, to my knowledge, if you can or if you can't, you can grind your Wisconsin Dockyard missions in Asymmetric Battles, which of course is going to make the missions a hell of a lot easier to get through, because it's easier to get, I don't know, 200,000 damage beating the crap out of bots, and of course, you know, the torpedo hits and the shell hit requirements and all that such, and all that. It's of course easier to do that with bots. So if you can complete those missions in Asymmetric Battles, I think this is going to be an incredibly easy Dockyard to get through. And again, they're active for the entire duration of the update, so you have the entire update to use and abuse Asymmetric Battles to complete those Dockyard missions, if they allow them to be done in asymmetrics, which again, in the past, they have. So unless again they change that out of nowhere this update, take advantage of this, get your Dockyard missions done in asymmetrics, and have fun while you are at it. So I think that is a great addition. Another event popping up during this update is Golden Week. They say the new update welcomes a new event pass, and this time it's dedicated to the Golden Week holidays celebrated in Japan and East Asian countries. The event has a typical structure with two 20-level progression lines with some extra levels to complete. Among the rewards of the first progression line, you'll find a Romanian commander, Andrei, oh lord, Teodoruski, and the Asian Lantern Golden Week permanent camouflages, a permanent bonus package for Tier 7 ships, and golden tokens. For the second progression line, you can expect the Japanese Lacquer permanent camouflages for Congo, the Dawn Harmony permanent camouflages for Shimato, and Takahashi, a permanent bonus package for a Tier 8 ship, new Japanese commander Ashikagi Toru, and even doubloons. Alrighty. As rewards for extra levels, you can expect more signal containers and golden tokens for the first and second lines, respectively. You can spend golden tokens during the Wishing Warf event in a dedicated section of the Armory. To learn more about it, check out the Armory section of the patch notes. So Golden Week is the theme for the Battle Pass this go-round. And it looks like we have another... The actual new event is going to be in the Armory because, well, of course. Alright, so other things, the Commonwealth Cruiser Early Access event is continuing. So if you are still trying to get your hands on those new Commonwealth ships, you have a chance for that. And then the event in the Armory, the Wishing Wharf. In Update 13.3, you'll find the new Wishing Wharf event in the Armory. During it, you can spend golden tokens to try to get random rewards. Each try will cost you 100 golden tokens, so you are literally wishing to get a reward. I see what they did there. For every 10 tries, you're guaranteed to get one of the following perma-camos. Oh, that's nice. Golden Week, Dragon Boat, Asian Lantern, Yellow, and Deep Red. I say they're nice, but again, the camos don't do anything anymore. But I mean, hey, if you want some perma-camos, you can get some through the event. The event rewards are separated into 3 categories based on their rarity. Common rewards include special and rare economic bonuses, free and elite commander XP, credits, and signals. Additionally, you're guaranteed to earn back some of the spent golden tokens. In the rare rewards category, you can find themed perma-camos for Hyuga, Maya, Megami, Hayate, and Yamato, as well as the following ships: Hyuga, Maya, new hybrid cruiser Chikuma 2, and Hayate. So they stuck it behind a gambling thing. Of course they did. Of course they did. Lastly, exceptionally lucky captains can obtain Chikuma 2 Golden, with characteristics identical to Chikuma 2, but a unique appearance. This very rare ship is the supreme reward of the event. So, if you get super mega lucky, you'll get a very shiny version of the Chikuma 2, but it's its own separate ship. So, I mean, alright, I guess. Okay. And then the Battle of the Somme event's also starting. Yep, starting the day of launch as well. The Battle of the Somme collection is back, and you have a perfect opportunity to complete it. Battle of the Somme containers can be purchased in the Armory for 3,000 coal each. The reward for completing the collection is the Somme with characteristics similar to the Jutland, and the Lest We Forget Perma Camo. The ship comes with a port slot and a commander with 10 skill points, so if you missed out on getting the premium Jutland, the Somme, which is literally just like the Jutland but premium. So if you want to get those nice economic bonuses and you are a Jutland enjoyer, you can make sure to do that by completing the Somme collection. And a new section, a leaderboard. A new Armory activity starts in May. Oh my god, they are absolutely cramming the Armory with events. We're going to go back to, like, what was it, a year ago, when the Armory, in the Armory tab, the little icons on the side were like 6 pixels because we had so much crap going on. New Armory activity starts in May. Okay, so this one starts in May, so it doesn't go off right away. Join the competition and earn cumulative base XP playing tier 5 to 10 ships and super ships of all types and all battle types except training battles. You'll be able to track your progress as your position will be updated hourly. The top 5 players in each realm will be rewarded with Tsurugi, while the top 6 to 50 players will get a discount coupon for the purchase of Tsurugi. So Tsurugi is coming back this update. All participants who earn at least 3,000 base XP during the event will get 500 community tokens as a reward. So the Tsurugi is I like the Tsurugi. I think it's a pretty decent battle cruiser at tier 9. You can check out my review for it if you are wondering exactly what I think of it, but I think it's pretty solid. Is it worth no-lifing your life away to get it for being in the top 6 to 50 in the top 5 players on your server? Probably not, but it is a pretty good ship in my opinion. All right, so that's it for the Armory. As far as other changes to the game, we are again getting that huge list of ASW buffs that we went over a couple of weeks ago. If you want to know exactly what's changing, you can check out my video on that. I'll link it either here or somewhere in the description down below. So any other changes, double checking to make sure I'm not missing anything else, and it looks like nope, nothing else major is coming in this update. So pretty big update, guys. We've got quite a few Armory events going on. Wisconsin's coming to the Dockyard, which I'm super hyped for. Again, my review for that video will be out the Thursday after the update, so like not tomorrow the update, but the day after that. so keep your eyes open for that. I'm probably going to be playing a whole lot of that ship as time goes on, because again, it does look like a pretty solid ship overall. So yeah, pretty big update coming forth. Asymmetric battles, Wisconsin Dockyard, ton of Armory events. Some note what you guys are most excited for in the description down below. And again, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I can't thank you guys enough for all the support we've gotten over the years as we go forth to 75,000 subs. So again, hope you guys have a great week, and I hope to catch you guys in the next one.